population will reach 11 billion people by the end of this century. More than 3/4 of us will live in cities, an unprecedented condition in human history. At Terraform One, we are trying to answer this question, how to make the world work for 11 billion people. The numbers are huge. Also, we know that most of these cities will happen in the developing countries, which will require unprecedented redistribution of energy and resources. While historic centers may persist, they will be augmented by these multi-centers growing in the farmland, interconnected with communication and infrastructure networks, forming these polycentric agglomerates all throughout the earth. And we now know for a fact that most of the population will live inside this circle than outside of it. So to solve this problem, we turn to the genius of Buckminster Fuller. Almost 70 years ago, he unfolded the Earth in a different projection that he called the Dymaxion map. And it exposed this continuous landmass of continents, all interconnected together. And what this allowed to assure is this new flow of energy possible, that it can go from continent to continent and then now feed this new population growth. So we superimpose this new population density. In red, you can see where the densest area are going to occur 100 years from now. And we want to see how we can bring resources and energy to all these people, all these places. And again, Buckminster Fuller invented this world energy network, connecting all the world, redistributing energy produced by the sun, connecting daytime and nighttime hemispheres, working all together. And when there is no sun, we can augment it with solar and wind and geothermal to meet all these energy goals. And here you can see we can connect all these continents. In order to do that, though, there is a paradigm shift needs to happen. We need to move from competition to cooperation and from ownership to membership. So what we decided to do is to map this population density using GIS data and parametric modeling to see what this new world is going to look like using the Dymaxion projection of Buckminster Fuller. And what we discovered that what we'll be looking at in 100 years, it's one continuous city, as you can see it here, of 11 billion people living, working together, interconnected. And we have the technology today to start connecting them and supplying them for all their vital needs. And this project was conceived, designed, and fabricated at New Lab Beta, right here at the Navy Yard with our hard-working researchers. Some of here are here tonight volunteering for the event. And we designed this site on the macro scale, again, using this modeling. And you'll see it in a second, hanging here at New Lab. And then looking at all these points of population growth, we decided on the reverse side to study it in a microscopic scale using bacteria, now to use different way of parametric modeling called bacteriography. So we were using E. coli bacteria in a petri dish and putting some constraints, we are watching the bacteria grow. And then this is a method that is different than digital modeling and can prove that bacteria can grow and show us how the population growth is going to happen. In a petri dish, we put the geopolitical boundaries, we provide food in terms of agar and also energy in terms of heat, and then we're projecting how these cities will grow using this new method. This is a genetically modified bacteria. It's expressing fluorescent colors or the long-wave UV lights. And the scientists who invented this received a Nobel Prize, and Oliver Medvedik at Gen Space continued this development, so now we can express multiple colors using this E. coli. It's completely harmless, by the way. It's used by high school students around the world, and here are the 25 regions that we've studied and how this growth will happen. And what you can see here in green or yellow, it's the existing population, and in pink, we study the population growth. And just to illustrate how this happened, here it's Istanbul in a petri dish. We put all the boundaries. We study the mountains. We study the flow of food and energy. We populated it with bacteria and watched it grow in an incubator. And then this way we were able to project where the population is going to grow. Here you see the Bosphorus in the middle. In green is this distant city, and in red it's where the new population growth is going to appear. This show is currently on display in Rotterdam. We just came back. We put it there in the new institute. And here you can see this is the site of microscopic study of population growth with all these petri dishes and with microscopes looking at them. And on the other side is the macro scale of the whole world becoming one continuous city. And what we are hoping to achieve with this study is to answer the question how to make the world work for 11 billion people without environmental damage or disadvantage to anyone. Thank you.